Mhm. Okay. Welcome, ladies and fellasmen. This is just a chill live stream where we're gonna be doing nothing but just playing RE4 Remake for a few hours. This is including a story. Wow, no shit story. This is including the freaking DLC, which is of course Separate Ways. Um oh, as you can see, I compare apologies. I completed all the challenges for this game, so this is more like a chillax, vibey kind of gameplay through. See, none incomplete from both parties. So, yeah, gringo, just, uno es gringo, that's titles. Don't know what I'm saying. But, you feel me? Like, I got the, whole bazam, the whole bazambi. So, pretty content contento with what I got, what I have going. You feel me? Um, yeah, I feel like I'm yapping. Uh, like I said, pretty much we're just chilling, really, doing nothing but just gonna be talking about Resident Evil, playing Resident Evil, obviously, all of the jazz. So really hoping that everyone like enjoys it, have a great time, and or chill with it. You feel me? Because it's a pretty big deal, pretty big thing. About 100 left, 100 left. Okay, gonna go. And that's two. So there's one more left. You wanna know what the singular one is? Is this thing right here? Patini specific treasure. Let me see something, guys. Hola guys, sorry about that. I'm currently just trying to do some things. Hmm. Who would be that final person? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's one I haven't gotten yet. From what? Hmm. My bad if we haven't started the game yet. I'm just trying to look at something real quick because I want to get this last little thing. Alright, apologies, ladies and fellas. I was just busy trying to locate where all the escalated ones will be at, but found them all. Regardless, now we can actually play the game. Apologies again for the inconvenience, ladies and fellas. That was very longer than it needed to be, but you know what they say, waka waka. Okay, like I said, we're just gonna be chilling, playing RE4 Remake for like a good few hours or so. Hoping we can have some discussions while yapping about this, and hope I can come up with something interesting to talk about while playing this game. Because Resident Evil is a pretty big and expansive IP with numerous, things to talk about, numerous, discussions, debates, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, like it'll be really nice for us to, come together and chillax and yap it all about, especially since I need something to really yap about because I'm trying to keep my mind off of real life situations going on. So that's an important thing for me. So yeah. Close call, don't you think, pal? Hey, gringo. Why did I say you could do that shit? Let's just make this easier for myself. Okay, I guess, bro. I guess. Okay.
I'm seeing quite the crowd here. I wonder what has them so riled up.
The president's daughter. Undoubtedly.
Couldn't have picked a worse time.
Consider the village infected. Complete local saturation.
I've read the file. I'll see what I can do.
Okay. No. But educacja. How ambitious. Sorry, earlier, guys. I was just regurgitating certain lines from the game. Let's see, is there anything I can? Yes, I can. I can make flashbangs. From there, I can combine green and green. False over. Oh, well, I thought it would have pierced through it, but I forgot the Punisher does that shit, not the fuck ass uh Loki freaking forgot what I was trying to. Oh yeah, not the freaking Blacktail. Yeah, I lost my train of thought for like a good minute. But yeah, the Blacktail does not. Blacktail does not allow for The Blacktail does not allow for piercing. It only allows for higher fast rate and efficiency. Yeah, I don't remember. I actually need to get back up. Okay. I'm gonna play some cutscenes and then others I'm just gonna let go. Okay, Loki, because I just don't feel like going through them all. That was embarrassing. Thank the Lord. Yeah, low-key, I kind of low-key don't want to like touch any of the files because I already have them all unlocked. At least I think I do. I should have them all unlocked, theoretically speaking. So that's ultimately why I don't really care too much about opening up files.
Here we are.
So yeah,
Church.
I could look anyway, care less. I don't know how I missed that. Most likely gooning.
Stood up again.
Sure.
Sounds like you could use a little help.
My boy Leon. My hubby. My hubby. I'll soon be doing a live stream on Requiem whenever that comes around, but it's been a hot minute since I last played Resident Evil 4 Remake, so yeah. Also, yes, I'm trying to pseudo relive RE4 OG style outfits in
Don't worry,
Remake,
Leon.
although it's not
First time's
un
the
perfecto, because of the fact that, they took some
Gonna
creative
keep you waiting,
liberties
Luis.
with the outfits, and then obviously, the remake's not gonna be like the original. But this the closest I got to everybody, reliving the original esque style vibe that, made this game so peak in the first place.
We just lost Lewis's signal. Somewhere in the vicinity of the forest. Expect the worst.
That's near Mendez, isn't it? He has a house there. Could be worth taking a look.
Do it.
Hmm.
I'll see what I can find from my end.
Okay.
Should have known he'd be trouble.
So glad I kind of like finished with everything, just like I did with the original main story of this game. Now I'm low key, like just genuinely chilling. Also, if you couldn't tell from those little whimpery sounds, that is Ashley crying in the cell she is held in when we first meet her in the main story. Nice little detail, Capcom. Remember, she used to have dialogue about like her saying, "Oh yeah, that's right, Leon is here to save her." Probably interesting. Who knows?
Hurry on to the church now. You don't want to be late.
Genuinely.
Hey, stranger. So what are you buying?
You've picked quite the place to set up shop, stranger.
Aye, and look what it brought me. Well now. Well done. You've proven yourself reliable. I got something new for
What else is not this?
Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose. Your
Perhaps
weapons
not.
are in good hands, mate. I'll see you right. An interesting choice. Oh, I mean, will that be all pleasant travels?
I thought it was like something I could like low-key read or some shit, but it wasn't, so that's unfortunate. Actually, I just remembered something. I do have some things to sell, but I'm gonna do it in a minute. That's one little thing I'm gonna do. Just gotta loot this whole place, see what I can sell, what I can't sell, and then move on from freaking there. Alright, we're gonna pick up that bad boy in 9 minutes. On a minute. Alright. Let's go back to the merchant and sell the ammo and resources and stuff we don't need at all. And just useless waste of space. Like this. Going back up, this and this, and I think that's all it really is. Everything else is actually pretty useful in some capacity, shape, or form. So we're gonna continue on with that. Yeah, grab that so we can go back out and then sell that as well.
Oh, welcome. Oh, what you buying?
Alright. Now we can continue on to the boss fight. Guys, there's always something so addicting when returning to the gameplay formula of RE4 Remake. It's not as like intricate and fluent as it is with Requiem, but I think we could all agree, and I have agreed with the criticism that a game does lack enemy variety when it comes in conjunction to the combat that Requiem has masterfully, you know, crafted. Which does kind of suck because seeing different unique enemy varieties that tackle specific components of the combat would have been really nice to see. Like we could have much more melee focused characters. Obviously, we had the titular basic characters that encompass the overall. But it would be nice to see like different unique enemies tackle different specifics of the combat for Requiem because the Requiem combat is very intricate and unique. Well, not really unique, but it is intricate for Resident Evil. Now, the most complex combat in Resident Evil will always be 6. They had a lot of versatility and versatility to the combat, but Requiem is up there, certainly. As soon as they take certain notes from RE6. I could have sworn I evaded. Okay. Okay. Sure, buddy. Sure, pal. Sure, pal, Arena Dina. I'm Loki biding my time. I could like Loki beat this in like a single shot. I like the challenge, so I'm gonna go do it.
What is wrong with me? Okay. Now for the village chief's house.
Yeah, but first off, of course, we need to loot this area. Never understood. I do appreciate where Capcom's attempts to make the layouts blocked off in realistic and believable ways, where so it's not too tension breaking and too damning and makes so much sense. However, this does fall into logical dissonance or adolescence. I forgot what it is. I think it's logical dissonance in terms of like certain areas. Like for example, when that tree falls down in chapter 4 or in the later section rather, chapter 3 rather, where that tree is fall down, you can't go back to where the factory is. Ada can still grapple to that little wooded area part, so I have no idea why she can't just grapple over there to get back over there. Again, and Laura doesn't need to go back there, but gameplay wise and logistically speaking, it doesn't make sense for her to just like be like, well, I guess I can't, do anything from that point on when she can easily grapple to that area. I'm not sure what I mean when we get there, if we ever do get there, but it is a bit contradictory and a little bit like confusing and weird that it's built like that. Question mark? Maybe that's just me, but that's just how I overall feel about that. It's a little weird how they just kind of have a structure like that. CC. OG music. Gotta love it, man. You got to love it. It's just iconic with Ada and just fits her whole vibe. That spy, mysterious, that soft tone to her, it encapsulates her perfectly. Because she has an almost weird gentleness, but that's also rugged and rough at the same time and mysterious. It's a mysterious kind of gentleness she has, which really fits with the music that is all about her. It's
Keep them
calm,
busy, Leo.
gentle, and mysterious. I love it. Her voice, it does not though. I'm on clown on the voice here, but golly, I literally do not like understand what was going through Capcom's mind when they heard this voice for Ada Wong. It just doesn't work for Ada. And I'm not even like dissing the actual voice actress because she is really a bad voice actress, not at all, or rather voice actor. She isn't. It's just the role she plays in and how Ada is doesn't work for Ada Wong, and that's the issue I really have with this take on Ada. Is not the actor, maybe a bit the voice direction, but really not even the voice acting all that much. It's just that she doesn't fit Ada Wong. She doesn't logistically fit Ada Wong under the pretense of how Ada generally is. And that is the major issue when it comes to Ada Wong and this game. Is that she just doesn't work well or mesh well based off her personality and vibes and anything related to that sort of degree. You know what I mean? That's why that's my main issue with Ada in this game when it came to the voice acting. It's just so monotone, so bored sounding, so like not enough energy put into it to the point where it's like, yeah, no, I can hear this as Ada. Like with the original RE4 Remake voice actress who played Ada Wrong, like sure she didn't sound like that ruse the bad seductive type of archetype they're going with Ada the original, but she still sounded Ada enough to where it actually matched not only the tone, the vibe, and her character at that point in the story, but in general just sounded like what Ada would sound like in general. So yeah, I don't understand what happened. Like she sounds too deep, and Ada doesn't really normally sound that deep. Like she's not like soft. She doesn't have like a soft voice or anything, but like she's definitely not that deep sounding. Is what I'm trying to get at. I forgot to go in that house. I was gonna go in that house too. It's crazy.
Still after me, huh?
Well, it's not like I really have any achievement to make where, you know, I gotta like collect every single treasure from certain maps. But, you know.
Looks like I gave them the slip.
It's a bit annoying when I keep forgetting to do. That's really the bare minimum. Finally, freaking got that treasure that's been plaguing me for 300 million years.
Find some new goods
And I
well,
got some new
still have
things
some
that
new
might
items you might
attend
be
to your needs.
interested in. I'll buy almost anything.
Let's go.
A deal.
Alright.
Now go and cause some mayhem, eh?
So,
Got something.
definitely go through it like an idiot.
Hope he's down here.
Genuinely.
Not good. Not a soul in sight. Did Luis do this?
I'm curious as no, so I had to scan it. Alright. I kind of forgot about that, but yeah, so you have to scan this.
These belong to Luis. Is this his frequency?
CC.
I knew you'd find me.
That's my job. Are you about ready to hand over the amber?
There's a big house just outside the village past the windmill. You know it.
Yeah, I know it.
Then I'll meet you here. I'll be waiting.
Ahí está.
Sorry, Luis. It might be a while.
Yep. It will be a while. Block that. Shoot you. Shoot you. Shoot you. Shoot you. Wait. Okay. Sorry, Gringo. No, I shouldn't have anyone game.
You're a tough one.
Yeah, Gringo, I'm harassing you to come through. Hold on. I gotta get that peseta. Give me my peseta. Give me my pesetas. Riding bicicletas. Oh, Nandoko. That was freaking weird. Let's give me this shit.
You're okay. I've been waiting, and you're still coming, right?
Yes, just had some business to attend to. I'm on my way now.
Got it. See you soon. Ciao.
Okay. The square. I don't really think I need anything to really like sell. Yeah, there's not really much I can sell because I'm gonna really need most of these stuff. I think what I can do is like store at least one first aid in the thing. Other than that, though, like that's really all I got for real. Referring to Leon S. Kennedy, you know. Now it's opened up. Crazy.
Here we go. Here, cash.
Ooh, okay, I guess, bro. How did I miss? Literally hit him. Matter of fact, hold on. Okay, you didn't drop anything. Oh no, you did. Okay. Okay. Thanks, bro. Okay. We're gonna just... Don't worry, guys. We'll be having most of discussions regarding RE Requiem whenever I get to that game, because that game, there's a lot we can low-key talk about that game. That game is overall a really great, decent game. Honestly, I'd say for everyone to play if you haven't yet, but it does have noticeable flaws and kinks where it does bring it down for me, unfortunately. And I will also need to say, definitely get this game at like a cheaper price, aka Resident 4. I mean, sorry, Resident 4, Resident Requiem, not 4. 4 is probably the price it has for the content you're getting, but for Requiem, charging you $70 for the experience you get, low key should be priced a little less. Not gonna lie, gang. So be prepared for that, guys. Just get it when it's on sale, not really when it's on the high. You know what I'm saying? Got his ass. Damn it. Okay.
My, you are
Let's do this.
Luis.
Alright. Almost an hour in. We're doing pretty good on time. Eventually I'll go to the main story and play that because it's been only a minute, but also there's some things that I have to unlock for the main story. I feel later. So I might need to like restream later today, guys, because
Sorry, big guy.
I am a bit tired. So we're still gonna do the stream today, but we're definitely gonna do the rest later. I look at one of my fucking finish this guy for the rocket launcher because it's Loki. This is like probably one of my favorite boss fights. I'm not gonna lie. Mainly due to the cinematic scale they go with it. No. Ah! I didn't get a chance to do my thing. No. I wanted to do the spectacular cinematic thing.
Now stay down.
Whatever.
Sweet dreams.
Now we're gonna say chapter 5. Let us go to the main game this time. Hardcore professional mode. How we feeling, guys? We feeling professional or hardcore? I'm not gonna lie, gang. Hardcore was a bit easy. Hardcore was a bit too easy, go. But I'm gonna do a hardcore so because professional difficulty, fighting crowds, or it's like freaking having a fever dream, bro. Well, genuinely does not make any sense.
September 30th, 1998.
September 30th.
It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day.
Yep.
That night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella.
See.
Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night, the pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure your boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me.
You know what some of those hikers got? Oh, slicey dicey.
I think this is it. Nature calls, huh?
I suppose.
I'll be right back. Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico.
Sure.
Hey, ¿hay alguien ahí?
I don't understand why he would go in there without the freaking backup, bro. Like, so freaking retarded.
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in? Maybe you better go and take a look. Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
Honestly, it would have been perfect to say, yeah, parking tickets, sure. And then they could have started the game with so much for helping me. You feel me? That would have been nice. Like, from here on, he just says so much for helping me. That would have been poggers.
How far could he have gone?
Good damn question. Leon just sounds annoyed at everything.
Anyone home?
Gosh, it's been a minute since I was playing Leon Kennedy in this game, so it's gonna be nice to feel like playing Leon again. Also, like I'm playing New Game Plus on RE4 OG because after you beat the game and you got the tactical vest and everything, you just play with the tactical vest on at all times, and Leon's always in his shirt.
Sorry to barge in like this. busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
Well, this is good. Also, yes, I have the OG RE4 sound effects in here, guys.
Hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
Good damn question.
What was that? No fucking way. This just keeps getting worse.
This just keeps getting better. Yeah, shut your mouth, buddy. Yo, stop moving to the right, controller. Damn. Ugh! Hell yeah. Sorry, guys. It just felt satisfying to hear that sound effect of Leon kicking. After playing Ada Wong for a good minute, playing as Leon, he just feels much more weightier and more stronger. You feel me? That's what I really love about this version of Leon. And his kicks just have a lot more weight to them, more punch.
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later.
Indeed.
I'll let myself out.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome. What can I interest you in? Well,
Yeah, I have that much shit. And I have that many shit too. Yeah, guys, I do nothing on this game but chillaxing, feel me?
A wise choice. I know, I say that a lot, but I mean it. Oh, I knew you'd choose that one. You've got a soft spot, all kinds of tricky. In combat, anytime.
Sure, pal. Let me see. Do I actually need?
Welcome. Well then, what can I do you for? You have a ticket, do ya? Nice. Choose a weapon, stranger.
Trying to.
I'll make it see.
God damn.
Good luck
Genuinely,
to you.
bro.
Don't get yourself
Freaking hell, I hate
killed
this
now.
stick drift. Genuinely. Alright, let's continue on, guys. It's too late to follow us, ladies and journey. Ladies and germs. You could tell he's much more bigger. After playing as like Ada Wong, like his POV, his camera is so like really up close than before. It's kind of surprising. Yay, sir. Oh, yay, sir. Yeah, that's the last thing I ever had. No, let's see, 24, 30. Yeah, I got like 6 more in the grab, which I'm not gonna get. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Do I want to switch out these bad boy guns? I mean, I could, sure. But should I? Is the question. Well, I don't know. I feel I'm going pretty strong with the guns I have. You know. I think the only thing I really care about is really just a fucking. Let's see here. We have the hand cannon. We do have the hand cannon. I don't know. I low-key think I want to get the broken butterfly. Low-key. Mainly because of the fact that, like, it's the kind of gun that, like, honestly wouldn't even, like, break the momentum in the game. Like, I don't know. I feel like getting the broken butterfly because something about it, its reload animation and how it operates just seems so satisfying to me. So I'm gonna rebuy it. Plus, I need something to spend this money on. Like, I have too much shit.
It's about reloading.
Yeah, let's do the exclusive ticket.
Dazzled, are you?
Listen, I got money to lose. 11 million? I got money to lose. And I'm gonna get more money anyways after this, so it's not like I'm really doing anything substantial.
Well, will that be
So yeah. We can put you up here. Nothing like Bingo.
anytime?
We're gonna see how far we can actually. Loki actually might be a great challenge. We're gonna play with the basic regular guns throughout the entire game. No rocket launchers unless I feel like it. But no, what I was saying was no rocket launchers, right? Okay. No special guns for real. Just straight up basic weapons. We're gonna play it as lore accurate adjacent as we can. I might get the fighting knife though, low key. I think I'm gonna get the fighting knife. Yeah, I'm gonna get the fighting knife. Yeah, I'm gonna get the freaking island fighting knife. F it. I'm getting the fighting knife. I'm getting the freaking island fighting knife. The fighting knife will help me a lot here. And again, it'll give me a reason to like spend all this money to an extent. And because I would love to have the primal knife, I really do think I'm gonna need the. I want this challenge to really be authentic as possible, but I will be taking. Wait, I don't even need to go all the way back here. What am I doing? I'm a freaking goofus, doofus, poofus, oofus, rupus, lupus, tupus, moofus. Been back in the spot for too long. This is the last time we're going over here, guys. That was kind of retarded of me. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways. Okay. Alright, Drift. Alright. Alright, fighting knife. There you is, gringo. Alright, and we're actually gonna equip the fighting knife. Alright. No. Hell yeah. I might get the Stingray later on.
Damn it.
Yeah, I could low-key try. Nah, I can't get the Stingray actually. I can't. Dumb. That's genuinely embarrassing. I don't mean to grab that at all. I don't even need that shit at all. Listen, I could use to sell it, but I'm not going to sell it. That's pleasant. Look at all these busy bees. Better watch my step up and get. Wow, I don't want to get stung. Or stung, rather. Alright. Usual. Sneak attack this guy. Or gal, rather. Oh, someone's like a fuck SB do. Yep. Okay, so we're just capping our ass cheeks now. Got you, gang. That's what I thought, boy.
They keep coming.
Alright. Woo-wee. Come on. That's right, doofus. Idiotic idiot. Woo! Okay, I perfect parried that for sure. We're gonna pretend I didn't. Blow that bad boy off. Alright. Drop a grenade. Woo! Double. Okay, you know what? Okay, you know what, guys? I think it's about time I lock the fuck in. That occurred.
Huh?
Look, genuinely. Nandako. Yeah, what he said. We're just gonna try to use this limited amount of what is it? The gunpowders I have in my arsenal as much as possible because I feel that'll be a little bit cheating too.
Bingo?
Yeah, what's everyone going? Elwood? That's into the E button forward. Yeah. That's how you open the game.
Routes to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
Gracias noches, Roost.
These people are sick.
No crap, Sherlock. No fucking crap. We'll get the rest of the treasure when I feel like getting the rest of the treasure. Anyways, we did just play Ada Wong's campaign, so we know exactly why she did that, and obviously what she was doing while we were fighting for our fuck-ass life. Ada Wong, she was always watching. It was somewhere over there. That's where she was watching us from. Okay. I'll go up ahead and splatter. We know what's gonna happen once I grab this shot. Yerp. I didn't even get a chance to fucking grab the green herb. I just wanted to see if it would still break. Okay. Okay. If you grab stuff from the environment, that's fine. Of course, it is obvious, but you know.
There it is.
Sí. Siempre. So her Parmo knife, or yeah, fighting knife is about to break, rather. Hey, gringo. Don't move! Oh, shut the fuck up! Actually, we'll save that one last. Okay. Well, there goes all my body armor. Unintentionally too, because Loki was continually thinking about either cutting the wire or just sneaking under it, and I was about to sneak under it, but then I kind of just went into it like an idiot. So yeah, which sucks because Loki wanted to see the cutscene where Leon and Luis are tied up, but with Leon's body armor on, which I can never see them doing like higher difficulties at least. It's not like a major game break or anything. It just kind of sucks. Got me singing. The word to the harbor. Garbage.
God damn.
Hey, Kringo. You gotta look, you just like watch the crap and watch. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What the fuck? I'm not even gonna question it anymore. Here we go, the more faster knife. Faster, more durable escalator knife. I must say, I'm very curious to see what's next for Resident Evil as a series, considering how the last game ended and with the knowledge that BSA has been using bioweapons now, and has fallen to determine to the titular evils that is bioterrorism groups and bioterrorists that they swore to fight against. Curious to see how the freaking guy they're gonna really continue that whole BSAA storyline, how that's gonna affect Chris and Loki. Will we ever get a game where Chris and Leon are together? And that might be a big of an ask, especially since we technically did get a game with them together in RE6. We don't know how that game turned out, unfortunately. However, my thing with RE6 is that they never really interacted or worked together like that. They're more so in the same areas slash spaces, communicating loosely, but never directly working together actively, physically. We only ever seen them work together in the movies, specifically Death Island and Vendetta, never really in the games at all. And if they ever have, it would have been mostly in the spin-off where it doesn't really, taint the whole mainline series and all that jazz. So the titular issue, or not an issue, but like the point of contention I want to really make is, or rather, trying to like the point I'm trying to like kind of ask and make here is, with that storyline in mind, it feels like not only is this gonna involve Chris later on in the story with the BSA and how they're doing shit, but it's also going to involve Lee in some way too, considering that he's sort of technically loosely tied to the BSAA in some capacity. Not extremely, but to the point where, what I'm saying, like, they kind of need each other in some loose ways, you know what I mean? So, with that in mind, I'm curious to see how they're going to really combat the BSAA and also this whole bioterrorist thing, and I'm curious to see what happens Resident Evil post Elpis, because Elpis has pretty much kind of been confirmed that is kind of the end all be all antivirus that can end almost every single virus there is in the Resident Evil franchise, excluding some of the other viruses, like for example, supposed the C virus or the Las Plagas, right? Like, I feel like those kind of viruses are a little unique in their own way and how they're presented and how what they did to people. But viruses like the T virus, Code Veronica virus, the progenitor virus, even potentially, like all these S-related viruses, they genuinely seem to be like Elpis will be the end all be all virus for those major S-related viruses. Now, of course, we still have issues like, for example, the mold, right? That's still a big issue in the Resident Evil franchise, right? The mold being a thing. Okay, I'm getting my ass whooped. That's another issue, is me getting my ass whooped. What was I saying? What was I saying? Yeah, like the mold and all those people, you feel me? Like those guys, they're still an issue. So we might even get something related to them soon. Some S related to them. But for the meantime, with what we got going on, I'm curious to see how that's really going to affect Resident Evil going forward. I low-key think that either we're really making a new leaf in Resident Evil, or this is sort of like the redemption, or rather not redemption, but reconnaissance era for Resident Evil. Not in meta sense, but more so in like, we're finally going to be stopping this bioterrorism group. We're finally going to be ending this long-lasting war that is going on for, well, to be frank, that's been going on for almost a fucking decade. Well, almost a century, rather, my bad.
What's that noise?
Right, because the fight is still going on by 2037, thanks to the DLC that was released from RE8. But, finally end this long-lasting war that has been plaguing the generations for the past 30 years, since 1998, and technically June, but mainly September of 1998, when the infamous Raccoon City outbreak. But of course, the catalyst was the Spanish Mansion. Finally being able to stop all this stuff for once and for all, because let's be real, when the Raccoon City outbreak really made headlines, it immediately rapidly sparked up the whole rapid bioterrorism sort of chain of events and chain reaction that will plague the rest of the series for, again, 30 years to come. So, well, technically speaking, never 30 years, because that's 30 years for us, but really 28 years, but who fucking cares? But yeah, right, like, finally end all that long, hardful, rough, beautiful road that's been, that's been bioterrorism and again Resident Evil for the past 30 years, but for them 28 years, and obviously like 40 something years by the time Resident Evil Village comes out, because most likely we may either get a game that takes place in between Requiem and Village, or we might get some games that might be taking place after the DLC, where we will see where our characters are really at now, especially the old headed characters, and what's been going on with them overall. Because it's confirmed that Chris is still fighting and still in the fight till this very day, despite him being like in his like 60s. I want to say, no, not even 60s, but pushing 60 by this point, right? Or he is in his 60s, like early 60s, because 2026, right? Leon is 49. That will make Chris 452, right? Because he was about at least 4 years older than Leon in 1998. For Leon was only 21 in 98, and Chris would have been 25 in 98. So 28 years later, obviously Chris would be probably no, he would be 52. He'd be 53 actually, and Leon is about 49. Yeah, 49. So with that in mind, Chris is 56 by the events of the DLC of RE8. So again, he's pushing 50, and Leon, well, no, he's pushing 60, and Leon is 50, 52 by that point, right? So the fact that Chris is still be doing the big old fight means that they still have it within them, but let's be realistic here, guys. They're getting slower. They're aging. Hella fast. What I would like to think, though, or at least what I will say is, when it comes down back to the whole like ending it all, be all thing, right? I really do think that this might be the point where Resident Evil might actually like conclude. I want to say. Now, would it ever really conclude? Probably not. And let's be real, they're going to try to make games as best they possibly can, because it's a really big money, and to end the series off would be pretty much a dumb thing. But I think they could kind of pull it off in a war/story perspective, because again, Elpis has been confirmed to render almost all and any new virus after it, before and after it, like obsolete and nothing pretty much. And there's still a bunch of samples because they managed to retrieve it. They still managed to retrieve it. Leon says there's a dose waiting for Sherry, and most likely when we see Sherry again in the next Resident Evil game, she's going to be cured of the residual T virus that was in both Leon and her system since '98. So with that in mind, there's still a crap ton of Elpis out there, and who knows? Knowing Spencer, he might have made multiple bases where Elpis is in those other facilities. And then I saw a YouTube video where they had a theory that in the office in the Health Medical Care Center where Grace interacts with Gideon for the third time, or is it the second time? Yeah, for the second time, actually. Yes, for the second time, when you had to go get the I think it's the sun quartz, where you had to get the corrosive and burn the freaking corrosive lock off of it, and all that jazz, right? If you look behind you, there is, now it could be coding mistake, it could be a little minor bug, we don't know, but there was a theory out there that this could potentially be either DLC setup or a new game setup, most likely DLC setup, because there could be a secret passage, and that passage could potentially lead to the discovery of more Elpis antiviral syringes and virals and cases, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to be taken into consideration with Elpis, to the point where like I really do think that this is the turning point of Resident Evil of no return, where we're really starting to see things light up a lot more. And this could be probably the final phase of Resident Evil. It was another reason why I was probably suggesting a Chris and Leon, potential Chris and Leon game, because I know some people have been asking for that. I look kind of want that too. Now, it will definitely be much more action packed than, the use of Resident Evil, especially considering the action side of Resident Evil Requiem, and obviously for RE4 Remake, and then RE6 especially. Like, it's definitely going to be more action than anything. That's a fact. I can guarantee you that much. But with how the RE engine has been able to maintain the horror atmosphere, despite how action-packed it gets, I genuinely think they could still pull up the horror vibe and atmosphere of the game Resident Evil without sacrificing the horror element of it and what makes Resident Evil really stand out. Because even when we got to Resident Evil 5, when the action was just pretty much main staple and all the horror was kind of pretty much mostly gone, there's still a lot of Resident Evil DNA, such as item management, replayability, trying to think. Uh, yeah, variety of weaponry. That was probably one of them. Um, Unique environments and environments. Like the titular staples of Resident Evil was item management, replayability, um, unique, intricate puzzle solving, and or at least puzzle solving in general, um, and stuff of that nature, right? So with that in mind, they can still maintain that, especially with this new game with RE, with this new R potential, right, hypothetical RE game starring Leon and Chris together in a game. That'll be pretty interesting to see what occurs and how that happens. And I low-key love Roger Craig's to come back as Chris. It's been a while. I love Jeff Shine. He was great as Chris and great as Carlos. But Roger is Chris Redfield for me. Roger Craig is Chris Redfield for me. So I would love to see him back as Chris Redfield. With again, Leon, obviously, Nick Apatolidis, great actor for Leon. He really shows the progression of Leon in real time, which is really awesome to see. And the fact he's able to pull off that deep, unk status, middle age, but not too middle age, Leon really works really well. A lot of times, I keep forgetting it's even Nick Apatolidis that's voice acting Leon in Requiem. He sounds a lot more like Matt Mercier when voicing Leon, which is actually a compliment in my opinion, because Matt Mercier did a really good job voicing his seasoned Leon and the material he was given for RE6 and Death Island. So with Nick Apatolidis being able to capture that and even take it even a bit beyond is incredible in my opinion. And honestly, I gotta say, props to Nick Apatolidis for able to, mature and change the voice and the direction of the voice of Leon throughout the game. Again, we all gotta understand, man, Nick Apatolidis is really good as Leon. Bro, his take on RE2 Leon in the remake when it came out in 2019 was hell yeah, we can get used to this Leon. We hear him in RE4 Remake, yeah, he may sound a little bit younger than usual, but he is still young. Leon is still in his 20s, so he's not going to sound too old. So honestly, I think RE4 Remake Leon's, how Nick Apatolidis did the voice acting for that, it strikes a good balance, right? There's still that youngness, that almost naivety within Leon still in the voice in some aspects, but for the most part overall, he still sounds older, more seasoned, more like a soldier, if that makes any sense. And that little hint is kind of like him still retaining his youthfulness, because again, Leon by RE4 is 27, so yeah, he's way older than he was back in 98, obviously, but he's still very young. So of course he's not going to sound yeah, man, yeah, like a freaking 30-year-old or someone in his 30s. He's pushing 30, sure, but he's not going to sound someone in his 30s just yet. I would say at least by 29, maybe he would then start to change his voice. And then obviously his voice changed by Requiem, right? Obviously and drastically. Yeah, there were little hints where he did kind of sound a little bit more akin to his RE4 Remake counterpart, especially when he was questioning Grace that they getting a connector for a reason. You could hear a little bit of Nick Apatolidis in there, and also the RE4 Remake Leon in there, but it still sounds old enough to where it doesn't break the monotonous. Not monotonous, but doesn't break the immersion, doesn't break the flow, doesn't break the consistency in how the voicing or how he voices Leon in that game. So that's really awesome. But I low-key got sidetracked, back on track. Leon and Chris game. I feel like it could really work. They need to again retain the principles, which is the item management, resource management, inventory spacing, puzzle solving, unique biomes, intricate levels, and of course replayability, which I think, come on, like a Chris and Leon game would definitely be very, very playable if done hella right. And again, retain the horror atmosphere. Even though Leon's sections and Requiem was still crap ton of fucking action, the horror atmosphere was still present in, say, when you first fight the spider. That is like the giant, the Titan spinner is probably one of the most scariest, if not the scariest part of League sections. And they're still able to pull off the action but the horror at the same time. That's a perfect example. And I think the art engine is able to maintain that consistency flow with the horror atmosphere due to the art style, graphics, and obviously the engine is developed on. And then you have the second most scariest part being the when you get to the underground parts of the Raccoon City, when you reach the center, and from there you're exploring the PB2 plant, um, and like how enhanced and crazy has gotten, right? That was also pretty scary. It wasn't like too scary, but it was pretty like eerie and creepy vibe being down there. That I will say as much. So again, they could still maintain that horror atmosphere, that horror vibe without having to be necessarily horror, because Resident Evil can work both as a survival horror and action horror game really well. And obviously Chris and Leon's game will be more of an action horror than horror survival horror. Let's be real here. But I will think it will have some survival horror elements. Um, I also wouldn't mind it being similar to how RE5 and 6 was with the duo campaign type of thing, where it's like co-op, but you can also play single playerly. I feel that can probably be pretty nice too. But it also just depends on how they structure the game too, because they could structure it similarly to how they structure it in Requiem, where it's like, you play all those two characters separately and with their own sections, but they do communicate and interact with each other either through communications or cutscenes or even just like gameplay. And then there are certain sections of the games where um they do interact with each other gameplay wise, and story wise. And there's like certain sections in chat or however the structure, certain sections of the game where you're playing either Chris or Lane, whatever it is, and the AI is the companion of the person you're not playing as, and you guys are working together in certain situations. They construct it like that. I look at think it would be probably better if they do a similar like RE5, RE6 style type of game, but there are moments where the characters are separated, so you kind of split off with the characters in their own respective levels and biomes before they reunite again. I feel that can work in terms of the structure of the game. They want to do a multiplayer style like or co-op style like game with how they did with RE5 and RE6. Proceeding on further though, I look at think it would definitely have a lot of cinematic set pieces, but not too extreme like RE6 was. Just probably like how Requiem was like kind of reaching that little bar of spectacle that kind of was almost RE6 feel, but obviously make sure it's not to point to where it's like, okay, we're going too crazy. We're just toning back down enough to where it's still grounded in some sense, still reality in some sense. Um, and then of course, right, the whole combat scenario, like the whole combat system, both of them are going to be different in combat, but I feel they're going to follow a similar combat structure and feel slash vibe that RE4 Remake and obviously Requiem had the combat scenario, especially with the melee weapons like the axe are nice, being a much more intricate, more complex like combat scenario, because you could do like full on melee attacks, like how you could do full on hand to hand melee combos in RE6 with the hatchet and Requiem. And I think a Loki works really well because it's not too powerful. Or you don't have like these intricate, unique combos. It's still the same thing when you keep tapping it, obviously. But it helps with spacing. It helps with extra damage. It helps with balancing and all that jazz. Like it really helps break up the pacing and also like add some sort of combo flow into there that really helps with the combat consistency and combat flow of every single encounter you have as Leon in Requiem, which I think is a really great um, praise for the game. Uh, so that is my take on that. Proceeding on though, again, right? Um, they could definitely do that similar structure, but obviously, they're both gonna have different melee. Leon's gonna be much more tactical, much more athletic, much more agile, right? Strategic, more of kicks and planning. And then Leon and then Chris is gonna be much more bulkier, much more, like a brawler, buffer. He's gonna be more raw power than strategic planning, stuff like that. He may incorporate some strategicness due to him being, tactical force unit, but it'll be mostly just him just fucking Superman punching and just duking the shit out of niggas. And honestly, that's looking kind of peak, I'm not gonna lie. But that'll be pretty nice to see. And then, of course they can do even team takedown attacks and shit like that, right? Which would be low key fucking fire to me. I think it wouldn't really be too out of the blue for them to do it in a Resident Evil game, like one where it stars Chris and Leon. And again, it would just be nice to see that happen, right? A Chris and Leon game where they're both working together to solve this mystery. Yeah, I look, you think it could work really well, and obviously different, unique. They need to be very various with the enemy types and unique with the enemy types to where it really matches the combat and doesn't break up the monotony of the pacing, or it doesn't become monotonous and then doesn't break up the pacing of the combat and the flow of the game. The enemies have to be varied, but not too varied, and obviously they need to be balanced and not like cracked and shit like that. They should tackle specific parts of each combat scenario, but obviously you need to have the enemies that are just for the overall combat, wherever you do it for. And I think that can really work really well with that. And obviously, you have the boss fights where some of the boss fights can just be one-on-ones, and others can be 2v1s, and others can be 2v2s. And obviously, both of them work together to take out the big giant boss, whatever it could be, whether a bioweapon or like a regular dude. Who knows? Who knows? But it'll be really interesting to see a Chris and Leon video game together. And I low-key think it could work. Again, they will need to structure it well and maintain a horror atmosphere. Because again, let's be real. Ideally, a Leon and Chris gameplay would not be survival horror. That's just stupid. It will be hella action, hella backflips, hella freaking boulder punching, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I do, again, think it could work and still fit the Resident Evil mode, if you will, hive, through the use of maintaining that horror atmosphere through the art style and graphical fidelity of the game. Maintaining the principles of Resident Evil, such as, again, resource management, item management, playability, all that jazz. Various enemy variety, maybe adding a co-op mode into the story mode, but like obviously, where it's realistic and fits in the story and the pacing of the game. And all that jazz. And I think it can low-key work. Add a little bit, a few cinematic set pieces in there, then you're good to go. So yeah, that's kind of my whole thing with that. I think it could low-key work, and I low-key think it could be one of those games that really like does a lot for not only the lore Resident Evil, but also the Resident Evil franchise in a metatextual sense for as a whole in terms of gameplay and vibe and what they're going for with Resident Evil next, because with the perfect balance that is Resident Evil Requiem for the overall most part, people are asking what's next for Resident Evil. How can they really perfect this? I think the best way they can really perfect that is better pacing in general and also better story pacing. Because I think one thing I have a problem with Requiem when it came to back and forth was the overall pacing. It was overall good for what it was. You got a balance of each character to a fault. But I think the pacing of the story and the pacing in general of having it naturally flow between the two was a bit off, and definitely could have, benefited a few more hours where it would have been much more seamless and much more natural rather than just like cut, and then like, what the fuck? So that's just my opinion on that. But I think that's how they could really perfect it better. Because I low-key think that like those two styles can work together in a singular playthrough. It's just to be done a little bit better and well. Because I think it did well for the most part in Requiem, but it could be definitely improved in a lot of aspects. But yeah, like some people are asking like, what's next? Well, I think we could definitely take a crack at the more action focus of Resident Evil again. Not get too crazy like RE6, but we could definitely, kind of tiptoe around that. You know what I'm saying? Dip our toes a little bit, dip our little nibblers in the water a bit before we take it out. You know what I'm saying? Like dip it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth type of thing with this Chris and Leon gameplay or game. I like to see it. I think a lot of other people wouldn't mind seeing it. Again, it just needs to be done well to where it's not reaching RE6 levels of what the fuck is happening, but it's not gonna be like how old school RE was, where it's kind of like, why are they scared of a zombie now? You know what I mean? Or why are we having slow, monotonous type of gameplay, this chasing style of gameplay? I thought they were seasoning this. You know what I mean? Like we need to have a balance. Like again, RE4 Remake, perfect example, really. RE4 Remake or Requiem or like RE5 and shit like that, right? Where like the horror elements were still somewhat there because of the atmosphere and the graphical fidelity, but it was clearly more action focused than horror focused. But it still had enough horror to where, okay, it wasn't like off the plot. And of course, it had other DNA that made it Resident Evil, like item management, resource management, replayability, etc., etc., etc. That's my tutorial idea on that. I've been paused on this screen for a good minute.
Now, you got a smoke? Those things will kill you.
Oh, well, maybe just untie me then, huh? Joder, not this guy.
Who are you? Okay, stop right there.
Dumb. Woo! Craziness.
Sacrificial lamb, you will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Hey, took my armor. That's cool. So pockers.
Oh, what the fuck? Hey, stop it. Hey, Yankee. Got a name?
Leon.
Quiet type, eh? I'm Luis Serra. I guess you, me, picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh? Hey, stop it. You move, I move. And I'm beat up enough as it is. I can see you're thinking. Bet you've been in spots like this before, huh? I guess you're here looking for someone. One more guess. Maybe some missing señorita?
Young girl? Talk. Now.
All right. See, heard chatter about moving a señorita.
Moving her. Where?
Who knows? But later, saw some men dragging someone to the old church. Hanging with you, not healthy.
Hey, we're not done here.
Later, amigo.
Shit, they took my gear.
How much is clear?
Under Wonder Roost. I've located Baby Eagle. It sounds like she's being kept in some church.
Great. That's good news.
I heard it from this guy I met. Said his name is Luis Serra. There's something fishy about him. I need you to run a background check.
Will call Condor 1. I'll see what I can find. In the meantime, make your way to that church.
Right. I'm probably due for confession anyway. Condor 1, out.
Okay. Feels so good playing this game as Leon again.
That's my gear.
Yeah. It is your gear. Good job, Doofus. Okay, bro. Okay. How can we go back to being friends when we just shared a bed? How can we go back to being friends? Okay, come on. Just rah! Just, alright, listen, watch this. Rah! Sorry, little rat. Sorry, little fatty rat. Little fatty ass rat. Faggot ass rat. Fatty rat! Okay. I guess, bro. Like, okay. Let's go, I'm built different. Give me your junk. Nothing's gonna kill you. Yeah, still got some training to do with his voice. I'm trying to get Nicopolius RE4 Remake's voice down, which is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. Okay, Newly. Okay.
I'll be taking these back.
Yeah, okay, Newly, bro. Over here, stranger. Who's gooning?
Let's do some. A job well done deserves payment in kind. Got something.
Sure. Hey, Bingo, can you like shut the fuck?
Pleasant travels.
Let's see here. What can we grab from here? Okay.
I've been waiting. Welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. Ruby's all rubbish, you make. Well. I can certainly do something. That's good work, if I do say so myself.
I bet you do, pal. I bet you do.
I'm back. At any time.
Of course. That's as much as. Where
the hell am I?
That's a damn good question. Don't ask for your damn opinion. Freaking doofuses. Alright. Small key, gracias entonces. Turn around. Sorry, gringo. Alright, I need to reload, so. Switch guns. Okay, she's already dead. Alright, we're just gonna have to lock it in. Okay, I locatingly don't need this shit. Alright,
One down.
Yo, what's goody? Whoever popped in the chat, what's happening? We just chilling, playing Resident Evil 4 Remake. Plan on streaming Requiem, and like I said, soon, which I will have a lot more in-depth talks regarding Requiem and the gameplay. But no, I have. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah, that's not happening, gang. Listen, guys, I could do this all day. Like, I could actually do this all day. I can unironically do this all day and not get tired because I'm a video game character, and video game characters just don't ever get tired. I only get tired when the plot demands me to get tired. Yeah, you can get the fuck out of there, bro. You can ignore the influence from that shit. Fucking weirdo. Gang, if you don't get your... You know what? Yeah, let her ass come down here. I'm gonna pop her head open. Is there garbage? Oh my gosh, I didn't see that guy. Yep, there you go. Shock right there. No, there's a crap ton more. They just haven't appeared yet. I'm just taking my time because I already finished this game on multiple tries, so you know what I'm saying, why bother finishing early if you could just, you know. Hey, gringo. When did I say you can do that? Alright, when did I say you could touch me like that? Matter of fact, no. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Gringo. Yo, we don't go over there and like... Okay, what did I grab? Yeah, I grabbed the thing I don't freaking need. Alright, let's take this. We're gonna sell the fucking thing sooner or later. Wow, good job, doofus. Great aim, buddy. Yeah, where'd you learn that from? Your fucking mother? I couldn't go. Yeah, nice try, doofus. Feel ashamed of yourself. Commitment, like, dang. So lame. Alright, let's get this freaking freaker up here. Gracias noches. On the day's work. On the day's work.
Breaks over, I suppose. Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost anything. Thank you. Crossing your T's? Well, don't get yourself killed now.
Alright. Been pretty good on time. We will most likely be going back to Separate Ways in a minute, but for now we're just gonna low-key. I'm gonna continue on with RE4 Remake story. I'm having crap ton of fun replaying the story mode of this game. Okay, I guess, bro. Like, get this doofus on my freaking face. Literally. Actually, no, we're gonna keep all the fucking gunpowder we can. We'll continue to low chaos feel. I don't even need this shit. I'm just gonna beat her ass right here. Fucking wanna waste that much time. Alright.
Out of the way.
No, we can't go behind him. We can't go behind him. Then he can low-key fuck us up. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Yeah, get in there. Look continually, bro. Look at this doofus.
Not bad, right?
Not bad at all, Leon. Not bad at all. Okay. Well, that's fun. Well, that's fun. Well, that's fun. Well, that's fun. That's fun. That's really fun. Yes, son. Son, that's really fun. But like, I got business to take care of. All right, you know. All right, man. Hey, man. Got business to take care of, man. garbage. Give me your rupee. Freaking guy.
Not too shabby. Someone has shown up their neighbors.
Okay, anyway. Another small key. Muchas gracias.
Old photos.
Old gunos. I feel like I'm missed. Yes, I am. I remember. Anyways, it was crop. Big. Or, no, wait. There we are. Good job, doofus. I'll be doing that 1999 years. Okay. Mara. Okay. Okay. Well, let's save our game here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go over here. Right, readjust the lining of the shiz. If it can freaking stop being gay. Alright. Okay. There we are. Sorry I couldn't go, but not happening. At least not anytime soon, pal. We're not grabbing that yet. CCC. Simply. Oh yeah. Yep. Couldn't go. We're gonna be very careful not to grab that. Don't know what I said, but I know what I meant. Anyways, unlock. Break that. That's where that will open. We're not gonna get caught by that. We're gonna continue on because I remember I need to use a small key on a specific lock, all the way back at where the abandoned factory was. So we're going all the way back there, ladies and gentlemen.
Take a look. Welcome. Ooh, what you buying? Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
Let me see here. No ammo. Okay. Yes, we're getting sell this. That's really bad boy. How many are there? Is that 346? 346 guys. 346 gunpowder. Put that in perspective, guys. 346 gunpowder on this fuck ass game, bro. Got no life. No, this one's gonna either have the crown. Yeah, okay. Well, not the crown. Well, the mask. Oh, that's nice. Hell yeah, we're out of here. Yes, Leon. Gift in your blood.
Bruce to Condor 1.
Hmm.
What intel you requested on Louis Serra?
Hmm.
Seems he used to be a researcher for Umbrella.
Hmm.
I should have left him in that bag to rot.
Hmm.
I'm sending you the details. Take a look, but Baby Eagle is your priority.
Ugh.
Making my way to the church. Condor 1, out.
Siempre sí.
You too, huh?
Sucks. Single. Ah, there you go, buddy.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
Every playthrough. Don't matter if I'm speedrunning or not, we're saving that dog. Every freaking island playthrough. If you don't save that dog, you're a fucking evil human being, and I hope you kill yourself. That is a exaggeration, but my God, you need to reevaluate your life if you don't save that dog, bro. Because what the frick is wrong with you? Are you just gonna let it suffer like that, bro? It only takes at least 5 seconds out of your fucking playtime, bro. It's not gonna do any damage. You know what I'm saying? I think in a lot of ways, video games are really cathartic in how they can show the real side of you, in unique, various ways that I don't think a lot of people really realize. And they teach you a lot about morality and that people give video games credit for, since you have freedom of choice most of the time in these games, and you know what I'm saying, it's interactive. What you do can or cannot matter, but it does say a lot about you and perspective of morality and like the choices you make and what you would actually probably do in these escalated situations. At least on first time playthroughs, right? Subsequent other playthroughs is like whatever, I suppose, right? But like first time real playthroughs, that's, you know what I'm saying, like what you're doing, how you're gonna react, etc., etc., etc. And if you choose to not see that dog in your first playthrough, what the freaking guy? You just know how you're gonna act, what you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I think y'all know what I'm saying, but that's okay, bro. All right, just listen. Sometimes you just gotta understand to be like me, bro. You gotta be me. Okay, that's how it goes. All right, let's do this. Not sure I do this. I can't see. I cannot see. What has happened? Okay. You know what? Whoa, oh, right. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, boy. Calm down. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Freaking varmint? Damn. Love dogs, but geez, these guys are rough. So what happens when you don't play nice, boys? Next time, just play nice. Okay. I don't really feel like going through that little passageway, because this is actually, if you guys know where this is, which is usually around this area, as you just gotta make the transit made, you can actually kind of skip most of this fluff and go right into there, but you spawn it over at that side. However, I like to actually like take my time with this shit, you know what I'm saying? I already done it, so why even bother trying to, you know what I'm saying, speedrun it when I can just take my time with it all and have fun with it, you know what I'm saying? Hey, couldn't go live, bro. It's kind of sad. Alright. Okay. And we're done. Open this door up. Can we accept it? Yes, we can. Okay, because we're gonna sell that bad boy in a second, too, right? So, all right. That's okay. Laser sight. I still miss. Can I move? Like, I'm tired of this freak ass drift. Drift. Don't know what I'm saying anymore, bruh.
I've got some new welcome.
My brain
Got some
functionality.
rare things on sale, stranger. I'll buy almost anything.
Force Gump, lad. Force Gump. Force Gump, lad. Force Gump. Okay. 1 mil, man.
Well done, stranger. Got a pleasant travels.
Let's just put the rest of them in here. Not putting the rest of them in here is what it looks like. Alright, let's go back. Wait, no. We don't even go to all the way back. We just gotta go through here. Got that. Go out here. Store this exfoliated bad boy in here. We're going to accept or, look at this request. Go back. Save the game. Continuously continue on. We might get halfway to chapter 3, then go back to Separate Ways, finish that a bit. Then probably finish it up in chapter. No, I think we'll actually end it in Neo's campaign. I'm not gonna lie, gang.
I made it.
Shut the fuck up.
Condor 1 to Roost. The church is sealed up.
And Baby Eagle?
Negative. Nothing yet. But they sure do have this place locked up tight.
I see. I can think of one reason they'd want to do so.
Oh, she's here. That's for sure. I'll find a way in. Condor 1, out.
Alright, fucking uncle. Fucking uncle.
Lake. Let's hope for no more surprises.
You can hope all you want, Leon. You know damn well that's not how it goes down here. Yeah, bro. I agree. Ahí está. What's in here? Gunpowder? CC.
way. Present for you.
Alright, that guy's dead. Climb up back.
Good luck finding someone big enough to use this thing.
Yeah, I concur.
They keep coming.
Is that garbage? You hear the beast inside? That's the beast inside, guys. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I'm out of lose control. I must confess that I feel like a monster. Sorry, guys. I'm singing old ass youngster song. All y'all youngins wouldn't know where that shit came from unless you're around then, or you just know ball, bro. Or you saw them Sonic AMVs back then, bro. Oh man, those were the peak days, bro. Those were peak times, man. Life was so peak back then, bro.
I've got something new for you, mate. I'll buy almost
This Woken Louis so peak. Woken Louis.
Give that the care it deserves. Came into some other big comeback anytime.
There are enough weapons here to get a party going.
See that again. Oh, that's why I also need to sell.
Will do. What can I do you for? I'll buy almost anything.
There you are.
Ah, and pleasant travels.
F. Where this located was school.
How was that?
Apologies, ladies and fellas, man. I was busy doing something.
Damn, look at the size of that.
I agree. That's 2 down. 2 to go. What happened?
Shit. God damn it.
Run! Ooh! It's a close call.
Out of the way.
That's you, bro. Oh my gosh. I guess, bro. Like. I didn't mean to grab that. Alright, I know I said 2 earlier, but that's 3 down, 2 to go. Oh no, I thought I said 4 out of 2 out of 4 when I initially did it. I saw it. Yes, sir. I'll be used for the final thing I need to sell. Good job, doofus. Eddie Brock Jr. Gonna cry. Yeah, I tried throwing a punch now, jackass. What, the freaking guy? Anyways, we gotta go over there anyway, so let's go. Let's go out here.
Sorry, must have slipped.
Sorry, indeed. Non deco, non.
Present.
it for you.
Oh, I knew it was between somewhere. I was like, where? It's over here. Alright, now we're done.
That's all of them.
Took care of... Well done. You've proven yourself reliable. Ooh, what you buying? All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you. This is what I'm talking about. Fine work.
See?
Well, I can certainly do something with this.
I bet you could.
Well, look at you, mate. Anything else I could... That's good work, if I don't get yourself killed now.
Okay. We're about to finish this chapter. And then, let's see here. Oh, I've been on for almost 3 hours. That's actually not that bad time. All right. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and folks, I have returned from the living room to bed. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna try to speedrun this really bad boy because Gringo, I don't really think much about this Gringo guy. I haven't been able to do the challenge where I had to, obviously, because I completed every single challenge. One of the challenges was to beat this guy. Okay, that is dumb. Was to beat this guy without missing a single harpoon shot, which I managed to do, of course. It wasn't easy, but over time and practice, it actually became very easy. It just came down to like proper positioning and like timing, really. That's what it comes down to, guys, when you want to like get a flawless thing. You could risk it. If you're trying to do a challenge, you could risk it and try to just and then that didn't hit him. But you know, you could try risking it, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's a big risk. Maybe that first section when he's like somewhat close to, but not as close. But any other escalated time, yeah, nah, gang, you're better off not doing that. Okay. We're gonna go right. Sorry about the background noises, guys, in my sudden absence. I had to attend to some miniature family matter. I have returned. Left? Thank you. I was gonna say, like, not the call. Hit that guy again. I'm just built different. We're gonna go left. We're cooked. We are cooked. I couldn't turn right. Maybe I could have, but... Okay. How did I freaking miss?
Where'd you go?
Like it's still not freaking dead.
Christ. I don't think the boat can take
No, can you only, bro?
You tough son of a bitch.
Alright, we gotta low-key, like, lock in, because I gotta see that didn't go well. Alright, okay. Hit him. Hit him. Why are you still not dead? How did I miss? Okay, keep channeling right in. Okay, we're Gucci. Alright, hold on. Yep. Turn away. Hit it. Hit him. Why are you still not dead, gang? Oh my gosh. Just freaking die, dog. It's not that serious. Yo, he's still alive. Like, the most durable he's ever been. I can't even freaking highly see. Like, he tried to low-key block my vision. Get the frick out of here, bro. Like, get off my game, bro. Get off my game, bro. Get out of my lobby. Get out of my lobby. Like, what are we talking about, bro? Bro almost got me, too. Like, get off my lobby. Get off of my lobby, bro. You're not him, bro. You're not him. It worked so well too because I'm black and she's white. Okay, apologies for the delay. So yeah, that was my gameplay so far. I was planning on going back to Separate Ways, but honestly, man, I kind of don't feel like it. So I'm just gonna let it be as it is. But I will say, I do thank every one of you for tuning in, or at least watching the aftermath after this is uploaded. Hope you have a blessed day. May God be with you all. And here's hoping that the next time I see you will be on a video where I'm finally uploading some of the Requiem content I have archived, some of the Devil May Cry 4 content I've archived, and all that jazz. We will be playing Devil May Cry 5 on the channel soon, guys. Maybe in a few weeks, or maybe even a couple of weeks before the launch of the second season trailer, or second season of the Devil May Cry Netflix show. Because my boy LJ, aka Street Threat, says, needs to get back into it. Eventually, there'll be some more serious videos coming up. I've said this multiple times that I've been going through demons, fighting inside, and like I said in recent times, I've won the war. I've had a few hiccups, but I'm trying, and it's been better, a lot better. I haven't been back to that kind of stuff in a long time, but it will be revolving around serious topics that I think a lot of you who are going through it will benefit from. I know it's off topic and random and shouldn't be in this live stream, but I do feel the need to say it due to something that just happened personally in my life that, kind of helped with me being able to open it up a little more about it. So eventually that video will occur, and, it will be a very serious video, very sensitive too. So there's that. But other than that, man, yeah, guys, like that's really all I have. Um, love you all. Thank you guys for the support. And next stream will be Requiem. The Requiem stream. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll catch y'all later. Adios, amigos.